Okay, so what I'm going to do is demonstrate the flow for a candidate that comes to our website and applies for one of the positions that we'll be sourcing for and focused on, and then um, candidates that actually click on a job that is not one of the jobs that we're focusing on. So after I do this, to be um, honest with you, I don't think we'll need a wire diagram, but I can create that as well if necessary. But there's basically going to be two paths. So right now we're on the home page of HBCU Connect. Person clicks on jobs. They go to the Career Center section of our website. And so let's say they want to find jobs with YouTube. So in the company name field, they can put YouTube, and so they see some jobs here for YouTube, and most of these opportunities are ones that we will be focused on for sourcing. So I'll show you what the flow looks like when a candidate clicks on one of those jobs, and then other jobs are jobs that we can scrape from your website, and then we'll direct those candidates to your website with a tracking code. So actually, let's do the latter first. So I'll show you what it looks like when they go to a job listing that we're not focusing on or sourcing for. So there's a software engineer virtual reality for YouTube. Click on that job. They can see the job listing here. And then they can click on apply now, and it will take them to the Google website. So if we click on this, apply now. Actually, I think I picked the wrong job. So let's see. Here it is. So if they click on this one, click apply now. And then once they click on the apply link from a job that we're not focused on, we'll just drive them directly to the Google website or the YouTube website, and then in the URL we can put the tracking code here at the top. So we can definitely put tracking codes there, but we'll also track how many people viewed the job on our website and then how many people clicked on that apply link. So that's scenario number one, where they can actually go directly from our website to the Google website to apply for the job. And then the other scenario, which is pretty simple, for the jobs that we'll be focusing on, we will, so let's say they click on one of those jobs. They can view the description and say, I want to apply for this job. We'll drive those candidates into our process. So this is the process landing page. We can actually change the look and feel of this landing page, but essentially what we're trying to do is capture the information of the candidate, make it clear that they are on, a page where the focus is sending their information to Google or YouTube. And then, we've got a cool video here that, that they can watch. We can change that out. We can change this entire section at the top. So if you have any input on that, or if you'd like us to add or remove anything there, we can do that. But the meat of it is here. So the candidate will fill out this form here. So let's put some test information here. They'll put in their email address. They'll upload a resume, give us some demographic information, their name, where they're from, city and state, where they went to school, what their major was. So not that any of this matters, but when they graduated, but we can use this for reporting later. and I'll show you our back end real fast as well. But where they're employed, what their title is, their industry, GPA. We usually get the GPA for students, but it doesn't hurt, for other candidates. Then we ask them if they have authorization to work in the United States. Would they consider relocation? And then we save all of this to a database so that we can pull reports on it, or we can share that information with you for specific students. Management experience, and then whether or not they're a veteran. And then once they submit this information, they're taken to a landing page that basically says thanks, and then we'll forward them automatically to the Google Careers page, and then we can put a tracking code here so that after they submit their resume to us, HBCU Connect, they can also explore career opportunities on the Google website and then apply for jobs there. So that's the flow. And then on the back end, just to give you an idea, the candidate will receive an email that looks like this. And basically, thank you for submitting your resume to HBCU Connect for consideration. We'll share your resume with the hiring team at Google and YouTube for review, and they will follow up with qualified candidates submitted through our site within 2 weeks. So we can change up this follow-up message as well, but it's automatically sent once they submit their resume. And then they can share the opportunities with their friends or colleagues. They can share the link to do the same. So that email gets automatically sent as a part of the process. We can change the wording as you might see fit, and then we have a back end that's set up where we can manage the candidates, and this is what we use. This is what my team uses for sourcing. So I'll pull it up real quick for Google. So in this case, we select Google, and we'll find, we'll have a list of candidates that submitted their resume for Google. And so this new candidate, once I filled out that form, the information shows up here. And then as a part of our screening process, we can look at their resume that they uploaded, and we also can adjust the status. So what we'll do is we'll leave the candidates in pending review status if we want to share them with Google, and then once you guys review the candidates, we can keep track of if they were passing your initial screen, and then are they going to go into an interview? We can track that. Or do you want to keep them in the pipeline for the future, that kind of thing, or other statuses if an offer was submitted, or if an offer was accepted. We can track all of this so that when we do reports on a weekly basis, we'll have some status on the candidates in the report, and we kind of know how we're doing. So this is sort of our back end for managing the candidates that get submitted through that landing page. And then we generate a report. So for example, if I go into my email, here's a report, like a sample candidate report that shows, candidates that come in, what their major was, what college they attended, basically the source where the candidate came from, when they were recommended, or when they basically submitted their information and we accepted it, and then their status. So like if the candidates are, and the statuses can change or meet, we can kind of define what they mean. So we'll start sending over these reports for Google once we get started accepting candidates on our end. So hopefully that explains the flow. And if there are recommendations or suggestions on the process, we can definitely work with you on that. So this is where we'll be accepting the candidates for consideration, and then for the jobs that we're not focused on, we'll direct those candidates to the job listing on your website so that they can apply there. So in this scenario, they just click right there. So there we go. Any questions? Feel free to respond back via email. And we can change the process or enhance it, or if it's fine like that, it's a good starting point. We can roll with it. We can roll with it just like that. So thanks again.